Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Destiny and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to go ahead and start creating room. So we're going to give users the opportunity to create room from the front end and not the admin section. And you're going to learn a whole lot of things in this video. So you're going to learn working with post forms and working with Django forms. So you want to see more videos like this, to make sure to drop a like, consider subscribing, as it do really mean the world to me. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing that you'd want to do is open up your code editor, and I've got this over here. Now I'm going to open up the chat views.py and we want to create a new function, and from here we could just call this one create room, just like that. It's totally up to you, you can call it whatever you want. Now over here I'm going to pass in requests, and the first thing, I want to import everything that we've created in our models. So I'm going to come over here to the model and to the admin, copy that, and I want to paste it at the top over here. So you could paste it anywhere, it doesn't really mean. Now for the model, I want to put it side by side with the views.py, and I also want to minimize this. I want to bring it down a little bit. Okay, I think there is an issue right now. It says there is an, okay, I think I know where the problem is coming from. So over here now, I'm just gonna put this all the way to the side over there. Now we got topic, we got rooms, and we got message. Okay, so what do we want to do? Firstly, I'm gonna say topics should be equal to topic dot object. Then this time around, we want to get all the topics that we've used before, and we want to say if request dot method is equal to post. So if you've been following along from the last tutorials, then you'd understand what the request dot method equal to post actually means. You'd know that it means if the method that's actually passing the input as a post, then want to go ahead and do something. So I'm gonna say form should be equal to chat form, or you could just call it yeah, we could just call it chat form or whatever you want, chat underscore form. And take notes, we're still going to be creating that because we don't have it yet. And now we're going to say request dot post. So I'm going to say request dot post, and also I'm going to say request dot files. So why am I saying request dot post and request dot files? That's because I'm going to be getting text, and I'm also going to be getting images. Now I need to say topic name, just like this. Now this one should be what? I'm just gonna say request dot post dot get, and we could just call it topic because that's what they're going to be passing in to the input form. Now what this means is that we're going to have a form, and this form from the inputs, from the HTML input, is going to be called topic, and we want to grab onto whatever they passed in there. We store it in a variable called topic name. So when that's done, the next thing we could do is just go ahead and say topic or created. Now what does this mean? Let me go ahead and just write this out and I'll explain what's going on. Objects.create, or this is supposed to be get or create. Then I want to get or create name should be equal to topic name. As simple as that. Now this is this, we defined a variable topic and we created this. Now say topic.object.get or create name should be equal to topic. So what this is going to do is it's going to try getting whatever is it at the topic, whatever topic is it that the user is trying to pass into the form when they want to create. Let's say there is already a topic with the title Django in our database. Now if a user try creating another topic with the title Django, it's gonna say, hey, there is already a topic with that name, you could go ahead and use the topic. Okay, and if there is no topic like Django, then it's going to go ahead and create it. So that's what this line does over here. Take note, there is an error over there. We still need to create a form later. Now when this is done, we need to go ahead and define room. So I'm going to say room should be equal to, then remember we called it I think we called it room. That's what we imported from before. So I'm going to say room.object.create. And what do we want to create? Remember from over here for the room, we have this host thing, we have topic, we have room name. So what we're going to do is host should be equal to request.user. That's anyone that's logged in, right? So anyone that's logged in should be the one that's creating the room. And also the room name, that's what we've got over there, should be equal to request.post dot, and let's just say we dot get. Now let's just say we're going to call it room name. So let's just stick with naming conventions. And another thing that we're going to be needing is, let's just say topic should be equal to topic, because we got this topic over here. We got room name, and also description. We're going to be using it. It's going to be exactly like this. I could just copy the description word. Seems a little bit long. Then I'm going to paste that request.post.get description. And finally, it's going to be for the image. So I'm going to paste this. This is going to be request.files. Take note, this time around it's files. And this one is going to be image, should be equal to that. And this is going to be image, should be equal to this. So hopefully you guys understand everything that's going on. Image description, topic. I think it should be 5. If it's up to 5, then we are good to go. Now what we just need to do is go ahead and say room dots. Then we need to get the members. So remember, we have this members thing over here. So I'm going to say room.members.add. Then I want to add whoever is the person that created the room as the first member. Okay. So, and I'm just simply going to say request.user. That's going to work, or we could also just put on the ID. It doesn't really mean request.user or request.user.id. Each one is going to work. So when all this is done, that's pretty much it. We just need to go ahead and return redirect to somewhere. So I'm going to say return redirect, and I think something just got imported and I don't need that. So I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so I could minimize this to actually move up and down more faster. Okay, so return redirect, we don't have a URL for that yet. We're going to be creating it later. So, but we want to return redirect to, we're going to create it later. But for now, I'm just going to say that should be chat room. That's what I'm going to call it, chat room. And it's going to be in a PK. So I'm going to say PK should be equal to room.id. So what does this do now? We need to return to the room that just got created, right? Now the room is going to be needing a PK to identify the room. Now we just took this room keyword over here, then passed in the ID. Simple as that. It's going to go ahead and get it. Make sure you import redirect so you don't have any error. Now when all this is done, let's go ahead and also do one more thing. How about if the request.method isn't post? What if it gets? Now what we want to do, we're just gonna say form should be equal to, I think I called it chat form from before. And I also need this context thing, context variable. Then in here we could pass in, firstly I'm just gonna start with form, and I'm gonna say form. I could just duplicate this 2 more places. And I also need topics, so I'm gonna say topics. And I also need another one. So this one, you could call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call this one value. I'm just going to call this one btn val. And for this one, I'm just going to say it's going to be create. Now I'm going to show you guys what's going on over here. So hopefully you won't get confused with what we are doing. And finally, I'm going to go ahead and return render. Then I'm going to return render a template. So I'm going to say return render. I'll pass in request in there. And for this one, it's going to be, we could just call it create-room.html. And let's say we want to get it from the chat still, create-room.html. And in here, we're going to pass in context. So when all this is done, let's go ahead and create a form now. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to come over to chat, new file, then forms.py. And for the form, that one is going to be quite easy. We need a couple of things. The first thing that we're going to be needing is the form. So I'm going to say from Django, I want to import forms. Simple as that. From Django, I import forms. And also I want to say from I think that should be chat.models. I want to go ahead and import room. Okay, so when this is done, I'm going to say class, I call the chat form, remember. And what I simply want to say is models.model at model. Okay, this is going to be forms dot, I think that should be model form, right? Yeah, model form. I thought I was in the admin. Now I'm simply going to say pass over here. So I want to change the name of this to, I'm just going to say room form. It's totally up to you. You could change, you could add on whatever name you want. So over here, I'm going to change it to room form, and make sure you import it from the top. So I'm going to say over here, I already got this. So I could get rid of one of this, and I could say dot forms. I want to import room form. Okay, so now the error should be gone. You can see the error is gone. And from over here, we need to create some field. I could just get down and say class meta, and I could add in fields, and this one should be equal to. So for the field, we're going to be sticking with all. For the model, we're going to be sticking with room. We're going to add the room over there. and want to exclude some of the field, because over here, as you can see, we are getting all. We can also be more specific if we want. Over here, it's totally up to us, but we could get all the field, and we could even go ahead and just exclude. So I could just say exclude, and over here I could pass in let me get rid of this. I could just pass in host. So I want to exclude the host. I don't need them to be able to put it because we'll be doing that dynamically, and I also don't want to show up the members. I think that's pretty much what you want to do. Now let's see if our server is still running. Yes, it's still running, but there is a little bit of problem. It says, let's see what's going on. It says cannot be a string. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna break out from the server and I'm gonna run it again. Now let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, that's working perfectly well. So now we need to go ahead and create URLs for the room. So I'm gonna open up the urls.py. I'm just gonna get down here and I'm gonna say room. And for this one, I'm gonna say part, and I'm gonna say create dash room, just like that. And over here, remember we called it views dot create room, and the name that I want to give it should be create room. Okay, so guys, when that's done, I think that's pretty much what I want to do. Now I'm gonna come over to this create room thing, so and let's see if it's actually working. So I'm gonna come over here, not that, but here, and I want to paste this. Okay, what do you notice? It's working, but it says this template does not exist. So I'm gonna copy the create room, and I'm gonna come over to the template, open up the template. In the chat, I'm gonna create a new file, paste the create room, and now everything should be working fine. So as you can see, that's it. Now the next thing we need to do is go ahead and work with the form and the template files that we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up this folder that's called orders, z orders, and I want to open up create room. I'm just going to copy the template and I'm going to paste it over here. So now when I refresh, this is what we've got. Now we need to go ahead and start changing out a couple of things for this. Now we're going to start with this error message over here. At the top, make sure you close out the other tab. Now for this error, I'm simply going to say, firstly, we need to check if there is actually an error. So I'm going to say if form.errors, then that's only when we want to display an error. Then I'm going to say end if, and over here, I'm simply going to say form.errors. Okay, so when this is done, now you see this is going to be gone. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to be needing is to go ahead and pass in a couple of things to the form. Now, firstly, you want to make sure that you pass in the method of post. By default, it should be there for you already. You want to pass in an end type of multi-part form data, or nothing is going to work. And you want to also, all images and files are not going to get uploaded. Or you want to pass in CSRF token, or else you're also going to have an issue. So when all this is done, the next thing that we're going to do is go ahead and let's configure a couple of things. So firstly, I'm going to be starting from, let's start from this topics over here. So as you can see, this is the label topic. I'm going to break this apart so you guys have an understanding of what's going on and not get confused. So I'm going to be changing out some of the dummy placeholders that we've got over here. For example, for this input, this value thing, we've got this Django, but that's not what I want. I want to actually pass that in dynamically. I'm going to copy the view and put it side by side over here so I see everything that's going on. And so over here, I'm going to pass in topic.name. So remember, I have this topic thing over here that I passed into my views.py. So I need to still pass it into the template. Okay, so I'm going to pass in topic.name just over here. And in the views.py context, make sure you pass in topic over there. And okay, for now, let's just pass the topic on the topic.name. We're gonna get back and fix that later. Make sure the name is topic, because remember, that's what we're gonna be grabbing onto from over here. Remember that. And you can add in whatever placeholder you want, and type should be text because we want to be able to type over here and get some things. Okay, so that's it, guys. Now the next thing that I'm going to be doing is this. Okay, I think that one is just from what I've typed in before. So this one is options is Django. Now I want to change this. So see, we've just got Django over here. These ones are the ones that I've used before. They don't really mean anything. And if you want to confirm that, you could paste the Django couple of times, and now what you notice, Django, Django, Django. So now for this one, I need to run a for loop over here to get all the topics that are in the database already. So I'm simply gonna say let's see what we called it in the views.py. I'm gonna come over to my views.py over here, and we call this topics. Okay, so I'm gonna say for t, or I could say for topic in topics, and this is where we run the for loop. Okay, so for topic in topics, now what do we want to do? We want to go ahead and end for over here. So I'm gonna say end for. Now if we refresh this, I don't think you're gonna see anything, and that's because we don't have nothing in our database already. And all this over here, don't look at them. This is just like what I've typed before, so it's just suggesting that for me. But to even be more clearer, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna try adding a topic to the database, and I'm gonna say this topic should be gamers. Okay, something like gamers zone, something like that. And I'm gonna save this topic, come over here and refresh. Now what do you notice? Okay, let's see, we need to change this Django keyword to the topic.name. So I'm gonna say topic.name, and if we come over here and refresh, what do you notice? We got Django and this gamers thing. Let's see, there is a problem somewhere. Okay, this value over here is supposed to be topic.name, so topic.name also. Now let's refresh this. And what do you notice? Gamer zone. So right now it suggests whatever we have in the DB. Okay, but if we choose this, then it's not going to create another one, but we could go ahead and also type out our own new one. So that's why we passed all this in. And if for any reason you are not really seeing what's going on, I'm going to change this to the light mode. So as you can see, we can type ours over here, and we can also stick with the one that we've got from the DB. Hopefully you guys understand. Now when all this is done, the next thing that you want to do is make sure that you follow this template the way it is, or you're going to get an error. Okay, so over here I need to pass in a couple of things. For the first one, I'm going to be starting with I think I called that room name. I'm going to say form dot room name. Let's refresh this and see. Okay, what do you notice? We got this room name, but it's not looking quite good, and I think that's because we need to add in something in our settings.py. I'm going to use crispy tags. So in my settings.py, I'm going to say I want to install crispy underscore forms, and just down here I want to add in something. I'm going to say crispy underscore template underscore pack should be equal to bootstrap 4. Crispy template pack should be bootstrap 4. So in the create rooms at the top, I can now use crispy forms. So I could say load crispy underscore forms underscore tag, or crispy form tags. Okay, so when this is done, now let's see if that's it. Hopefully we don't get an error. Okay, our server was broken. I'm gonna run this again, and let's see. Right now our server is running. So it says crispy form tag is not a registered tag library. So I could just get rid of this and say forms tag, crispy forms tag. Okay, I think that's not the way it's looking. Now I'm quickly gonna hop onto one of my projects, and I'm gonna see how I did that. So I could open this up, and I'm just gonna open this one up, and I want to grab the settings.py over here. I'm just gonna put it down here. Let's see. Okay, as you can see, this is how we installed this in its settings.py. Let's see how we did that in mine. Hopefully it was the same thing. Crispy forms, that's it. But now the problem might be the bootstrap templates pack thing. Crispy template pack should be bootstrap 4. So let's see how that looks in mine, and hopefully it wasn't the problem. Now I'm just gonna paste this down here, and it was no issue. It was the same thing. Now one more thing that I'm going to be looking for is where we use the template thing. So I'm just going to open up any of this. I'm going to open this up over here. Okay, that's where the problem was coming from. This is supposed to be load crispy forms tags. Now this should work. Okay, so now we need to use crispy forms in order to make all this work perfectly well. So just below the form over here, what I like doing is add form pipe crispy. Now if you refresh this, you're gonna see all the forms that we got in the DB, and as you can see, this is how it's looking. Not looking quite good. Let me come over here. As you can see, that's how it's looking. But I want to go ahead and comment this out. Now if you comment it out, what do you notice? Our form starts taking good shape. So it starts recognizing this crisp bitten from the background, and if you refresh now, you see it's gone. Now I'm gonna add form by crispy, but I'm gonna comment it out. Okay, so that's it, guys. Now let's go ahead and also add the room description. So I'm just gonna copy this one and paste this down here, but this time around this one is gonna be description like that. And what else do we need? We also need the image, right? So this is the room thumbnail. I'm gonna come over here and paste this. Now this one is gonna be the room image. Hopefully that's what I called this in the models. I'm gonna get back to the models. I called it image here, and I think that should be it. Now the button, div button, it has a type of submit, create group. So let's refresh this. Okay, this is how everything is looking. Now I'm gonna try adding a new group, and I'm gonna say Django Gurus, something like that. And for the room name, I'm gonna say Django Devs, and I'm also gonna say come learn Django today, and choose a thumbnail for it. And I could choose any of this. I could come over to, I've got the stock images folder over here. I could just choose one of this. I could choose this. I'm getting indecisive now. Then I'm gonna go ahead and create group, and hopefully we don't get an error. So right now, let's come over here and refresh. What do you notice? We created a new group, Django Gurus. That's it. Working perfectly well. But just because we don't have this chat room thing, we are not gonna see the room, okay? But as you can see, our room gets created from the front end, but because we don't have this URL, it's not gonna find a way to redirect to it. So in the next video, we're gonna go ahead and start working with the chat room. So this area is gonna be gone, and we're gonna be able to see all the rooms that we've created from the front end, okay? And that's really gonna be fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. To make sure to drop a like, consider subscribing, as it will really mean the world to me. Also, you can turn on the bell notification to stay updated with the series. And also, you want to get the templates, check out the link in the description below. It should help you get the templates, as easy as that, no strings attached. Until the next video, mad love, peace out.